Hello everyone, my name is Omar Solis and I am doing my presentation over augmented auditory feedback in stroke patients to improve arm reaching. A brief introduction and the purpose of the study. Stroke is one of the leading causes of disability. 11% of stroke survivors show complete functional recovery after 6 months. For those that don't show the recovery, um, application of motor learning principles is an approach to help support and enhance therapeutic gains during rehabilitation. One of those motor learning principles used in this study, augmented feedback, is external feedback, broadly characterized as knowledge of performance and knowledge of results. So the purpose of the study was to explore the effects of short-term practice using knowledge of performance and knowledge of results and no feedback on hemiplegic arm reaching ability. So for the methods, each individual participated in a short-term practice reaching with their affected arm, shown in this example to my right. There are three feedback conditions, all done on separate days: continuous knowledge of performance, rhythmic knowledge of results, and no feedback. What was assessed in each of these individuals were range of motion in their upper extremity, shoulder, elbow, and trunk, mean error and variability of the performed trajectory for the upper extremity, and movement time from start to finish. For the rhythmic knowledge of results condition, participants just performed arm reaches between the start and the finish, synchronized with the metronome at 1 hertz. If the participant was doing it correctly, their synchronization would align with the metronome. If they were doing it incorrectly, they wouldn't be in sync with the metronome. So for the results, all participants benefited from the arm reaching practice and each of the conditions, besides the no performance. Effects varied across participants and feedback type. Knowledge of performance, feedback increased elbow extension and reduced compensatory trunk flexion in 3 individuals. Knowledge of results, feedback reduced movement time and task performance in 4. And this figure to my right shows the range of motion in the elbow, shoulder, and trunk for each of the conditions met. And this next one shows more movement time, mean error, and standard deviation of that error for each of the conditions. Um, One participant did benefit mostly from just knowledge of performance feedback, which increased shoulder flexion and elbow extension and decreased compensatory trunk flexion and mean error. And this table over here just shows a better breakdown of what participants did better on and who didn't. Conclusions and implications of this paper. Within a day of practice augmented auditory feedback, it improved reaching in individuals with stroke. Different individuals did better with different types of feedback, whether it had been knowledge of results or knowledge of performance. Some did better than others depending on the condition. However, there's still further research is needed with a longer practice period times and an increased number of participants. The researchers kind of reached the same implications as I did. So I included the implications they provided after they did their study. Um, as it says, after practice, augmented feedback is the second most important factor that facilitates motor learning. Music-based augmented auditory feedback has potential to enhance reaching abilities in individuals with stroke. And as I said, future studies are warranted to evaluate the long-term effectiveness of this feedback over a longer training period and a larger sample size. Thank you.